Good afternoon, everyone. It is day 20. Can you believe it? Day 20, almost 3 weeks into our 66-day challenge. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell so that when we put up these videos, you get a notification and remind you that your one thing is your database. As we talked about doing our 3 things, which is what is something I did yesterday I should repeat, what is something I did yesterday I should not repeat, and is what one thing I didn't do yesterday that I need to do today. For these 66 days, we're working on our database, right? So if you're new, please go to day 1. Otherwise, write in the comments. By the end of today, we need 62 people. That's right, 62 people in our database. You should be starting to have some pretty good conversations and maybe even following up with people. Here's the thing in person that I want to talk about. I have my notes, so if you see me reading, that's what it is, so I don't get this wrong. I've spent some time on this, really going through, like, how do you get a connection with someone so that they're willingly giving you their information. If you come at someone, what's your phone number, what's your address, what's your email, they're going to stop you, right? This is private information. They're assuming you're spam. They're assuming. So we need to ask for this information in a polite and non-intrusive way. Now, we talked about Ford before: family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. But here are a few other suggestions on how to gather that information so that we can market to people directly. Remember, we need to build people's trust, because again, the number one reason someone hires a real estate agent because they know them. We've made an introduction and they trust them. So that's what we've got to do in the beginning of a relationship when we're building a database. So you got to start building that trust. How do we do that? We engage in conversation, right? Friendly conversation. Stay away from hot topic subjects like politics and religion. Just stay away from that, right? Start a friendly conversation with open-end questions. What is an example of that? Is like when we're talking about family. Oh, how many children do you have, right? Oh, we have 3. Oh, 2 boys, 2 girls, right? Like open-end questions. And we're trying to get them to talk, right? You don't want to give them questions that they can just say no or yes to, all right? Social media search. Look at their profiles on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram before you have these conversations. If they're in person, maybe see if they've on the Evite or whatever before you go introduce yourself. This way you can kind of see what their likes are. Oh, I saw you just were on vacation. Oh, I saw that, it helps do that. Mutual acquaintances, right? So same thing. If you can go online and you can see, oh, wow, we know the same person. Now this is a conversation you can have. And it's kind of like a referral. If I come to you and I'm like, hey, I know this person, and you think highly of that person, and I just saw that on your Facebook that you do, then we now have a conversation. Hobbies and interests. If you like to play golf, you see that they like to play golf. You want to, and stay on one thing too. So if you find out that the 2 of you have something in common, stay on it. Whether it's the mutual acquaintance, whether it's, traveling somewhere, don't keep adding to it, right? Stay on it, hone in on that, get them to talk about whatever that is. Same thing with, shared activities. When you ask for their contact information, it's simply telling them you want to stay in touch, right? Can I get this information? I would love to stay in touch. I would love to play golf. I would love to do, right? Volunteer information. Also being like, hey, can we exchange this information? Okay. That's less intrusive. But most importantly, just be patient, right? If you only get a number and you don't get the address and you don't get the email, that's fine. Be patient. Continue to work on that relationship. Eventually, they're going to open up and they're going to be they're going to be willing to share more, right? Building trust. That's what these conversations are about. So that when they are ready for a real estate agent, you've already got the first two. They already know you and trust you. So it's important that when we're meeting people in person, the first thing is we just want to get their phone number. Can we exchange phone numbers? I'd like to stay in touch, right? That can be pretty simple. Someone you just met probably isn't going to want to give you their address and their email right away. But if we get their name and their phone number, we're batting 1,000. We can work on the rest later. All right. Most importantly, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So when you meet someone, ask to exchange phone numbers. They shoot you down. They shoot you down. Maybe you can find them on Facebook and start building a rapport that way. But if you've got them face to face, shoot the shot, right? I believe in you guys. Keep it up. Remember, the only way we help each other is by commenting down below and answering other people's questions. And again, my offer stands. If you want a free 20-minute session for me to get you back on track with your database, I'd love to help you. Just leave a comment. I will see it and I will reach out. All right, everyone. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.